and happy Sunday evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Morgan Wolfe, and what a beautiful day it was. So before we get to those stories, why don't we check in with meteorologist AJ Waterman. AJ, it was so nice out today, but you are tracking some bad weather coming our way, right?
Yes, exactly. The calm before the storm, as we are going to see that winter storm moving to the area. And it's hard to believe after all the spring weather that we'll be transitioning right back to that winter stuff. But
AJ, thanks. Well, it's one of Hollywood's biggest nights, the 90th Academy Awards. This year, we have seen stars band together against sexual assault and harassment, and the momentum of the #MeToo movement has made its way to the red carpet once again tonight. Reporter Kate Snow shares how this campaign isn't slowing down anytime soon. And the show is still going on. Best Supporting Actor went to Sam Rockwell for 3 billboards, and Best Supporting Actress went to Allison Janney for I, Tonya. Best Picture and Actor and Actress have not yet been decided. 2 teenage boys began shooting at a car after driving through Culver's today. According to Madison police, this happened on the 1400 block of North Point Drive. The 2 men were yelling at people in a silver sedan when the sedan was parked in the drive-thru. And after the sedan left Culver's, the suspects pulled out handguns and began shooting, then ran away. The suspects were described as 15 to 18 years old, African-American boys wearing red sweatshirts. Madison police are also searching for a suspect in connection to a theft that eventually led to a car crash downtown. According to the Madison Police Chief Mike Colville's blogs, a woman had her purse stolen on the 100 block of East Doty Street just after 5:30 last night. She had a smartphone with a GPS on the device inside the purse, directing officers to the phone's location in a vehicle. Police pursued the vehicle before the driver sped through an intersection, then causing a crash. The suspect ran away, though, and police were able to get the victim's phone and multiple credit cards back. A vehicle crashed into a Fitchburg home this morning. The car drove into the home on 3300 block of Leopold Way before 10 a.m. Fitchburg police and fire departments were on scene quickly. No injuries were reported. Well, happening today, Senator Tammy Baldwin was in town. She was accompanied by New Jersey Senator Cory Booker. They met with entrepreneurs and community leaders from around the Madison area and talked about a number of issues they have been working on. The senators discussed gun policy and criminal justice reform, and the big thing they really wanted to push was their own alternative to the Republicans' tax reform that was passed last year. Baldwin is on the ballot this November for a second term in the U.S. Senate. And artists in the Madison area let their geek flag fly this weekend at the Geek Craft Expo. Hosted by the Madison Masonic Center, the event is free to the public and populated by local creators trading in all things geek and pop culture. All items are custom made, and there is even a kids crafting area to let some little geeks give a chance to try their creativity. The Geek Craft director Daniel Way says having a dedicated market like this allows artists to flourish in special ways. Well, Geek Craft Expo comes to Madison twice a year, so if you missed it today, luckily you'll have another chance at the show coming in August. Hundreds of people across Madison went to Bowling for Colons today. The event is held across the city at participating bowling alleys to raise money for colon cancer research. Piper Shaw spoke with a family that comes every year. Here's why. Well, meanwhile, around the nation today, thousands of people reenacted a key moment in the civil rights movement while thanking one man for his sacrifice.
Thank you, John Lewis. Thank you, John Lewis. Thank you, John Lewis.
The crowd moving across the Edmund Pettus Bridge from Selma to Montgomery, Alabama, remembering the day known as Bloody Sunday in 1965. That was the day the civil rights activists attempted to cross the bridge in a stand for voting rights, coming under a brutal attack from police. The march spurring momentum for the passage of the Voting Rights Act. Well, in Florida, a 10-year-old with a history of stealing cars was caught again, this time on camera, attempting to steal a car from a dealership this week in Florida. The young boy was with his mother at an auto outlet on Wednesday shopping for cars, where he snatched 2 sets of keys. The same evening, he returned with another suspect, and surveillance video shows the 2 attempting to unlock the vehicles and start them. But earlier, the staff realized the keys were missing, and they disabled the vehicles. Police believe the 10-year-old was the mastermind behind the scheme, and a third suspect drove them to the scene. All eyes will be on a jittery Wall Street tomorrow after a wild ride on Friday. The markets responded to President Trump's announcement of new tariffs on imported steel and aluminum, causing panic among many of our allies, though, including Canada. NBC's Jennifer Johnson has our story from Washington.
The White House.
President Trump hasn't officially signed off on the tariffs, but this could happen this week. Before then, some Republicans are still hoping to talk him out of it. And there's more ahead tonight at 9. Phony rideshare drivers, how they're causing more problems than making you late to your destination. During the break, why don't you go follow us on social media? We're both on Twitter and Facebook. Just look for WMTV Madison CW. It's a great way to stay connected and to interact with us. Police across the country are warning about a disturbing pattern of rapes and other sex crimes blamed on the phony rideshare drivers. Gotti Schwartz reports.
In Los Angeles.
And that was Gotti Schwartz reporting. Now, there are a few things you might be able to do with your phone. Detectives say in cities like Los Angeles, if you're in the back seat, you need to call police, but you don't want to alert the driver, you can actually text 911 and send messages directly to a dispatcher. Also, on many phones, if you hit the power button over on the side or on the top, or with iPhones, you hit that 5 times quickly, it'll give you an option to send an SOS.
Representation for Wisconsin guys.
Yeah, well, okay, can we go back to the combine?
Yes.
My mouth was wide open.
I
How
know.
do they lift that much weight?
It is a lot of weight. I think it's 225 pounds, so.
Yeah.
Throwing it
Jeez
up.
Louise.
That's what they train
And they're
for.
so fast,
It
too.
is, yep.
It's crazy. I was just sorry. I had to
That's
take a
why
second.
we're here and they're
Mind
there.
blown. That is why we are here. Coming up, we'll have a final look at weather when we get back.
From a lot of the heavier rain we got the last couple of weeks, but once we get behind the system, lots of dry weather, but also more seasonable temps in the 30s instead of in the 50s like this weekend.
So just a little bit. We're almost there, Julia.
I know. I've
Don't
been
worry.
suffering
It's
this one
almost
part, I feel like.
springtime, you guys. We just got to hold it out a few more weeks.